Kylian Mbappe makes £69 million transfer decision after talks confirmed amid Arsenal and Chelsea links. And Arsenal reveals strong interest in the Crystal Palace winger. All this and much more coming up. But before that, if you are also passionate about Arsenal, subscribe to the channel now and stay up to date with everything that happens behind the scenes of the biggest team in the Premier League. And without further ado, let's get to today's news. Arsenal remain interested in Crystal Palace winger Michael Olise, and the France U21 international prefers a transfer to the Gunners over the possibility of going to Manchester United. Football Transfers can confirm. Mikel Arteta is a long-term fan of Olise, who has been linked with a move to Man United in the summer. Although the 22-year-old signed a new contract with Palace midway through 2023, there is a release clause in that deal that comes into effect after the current season is over. This is reportedly around the €70 million, £60 million mark. Having come back from a hamstring injury in November, Olise has enjoyed the form of his life this season. He has scored 5 times in just 9 Premier League appearances and has contributed either a goal or an assist in each of his last 4 games. Football Transfers understands that Arsenal could potentially make a January move for Olise but would need to make significant sales first, and the likelihood is that this is a deal for the summer. A source close to the deal has indicated that Olise would very much prefer a move to Arsenal over Manchester United. This is similar to the stance of Brentford striker Ivan Toney, who wants to join Arteta's side ahead of Chelsea, even if a deal in January looks unlikely due to the Bees' high asking price. Olise, a lifelong Arsenal fan. Born in London, Olise grew up an Arsenal fan and was close to signing for the Gunners before joining Chelsea's academy in 2009. Indeed, he even played a few matches for the academy team of the Emirates side. Any deal for Olise will not have an impact on Arsenal's chase to sign Pedro Neto from Wolves, Football Transfers has been told. Neto is one of Arteta's big transfer targets, ideally for January but if not for the summer. Indeed, the manager is planning a positional change for Olise and sees him as a potential attacking midfielder in the future, spelling the end for Fabio Vieira and Emile Smith-Rowe at the North London side. Kylian Mbappe has made a significant transfer decision, likely leaving Paris Saint-Germain in 2024 amid strong Premier League interest. Initially, Arsenal and Chelsea seem to be the front runners, but Liverpool is now firmly entering the race, ready to make a move. The 25-year-old has just completed the final 6 months of his contract at Parc des Princes, having informed PSG's board that he wouldn't sign the 1-year extension option last summer. This decision led to a chain of events, including Mbappe being benched and put up for sale to the highest bidder. Despite a lucrative offer from Saudi Arabia, Mbappe stayed in the French capital and was reintegrated into the team by new coach Luis Enrique. Since then, Mbappe has scored 22 goals in all competitions, and with the January transfer window opening, exit rumours have resurfaced. Arsenal now appears to be attempting to lure him to the Emirates Stadium. While there's no guarantee he'll join the Gunners, a PSG exit seems inevitable with a £69 million decision made by the player himself. For staying at PSG, according to the Mirror, Mbappe was supposed to receive €80 million but chose to reject the first instalment, maintaining this stance to ensure a more amicable exit. However, Mbappe's public comments suggest there's a chance he might stay at PSG. "I'm very, very, very motivated for this year. It's very important," he said earlier this week, following a 2-0 win against Toulouse to win the Trophée des Champions. "As I said, we've got titles to go after and we've already won one, so that's already done. After that, no, I haven't made up my mind yet. But in any case, with the agreement I made with the chairman this summer, it doesn't matter what I decide. We managed to protect all parties and preserve the club's serenity for the challenges ahead, which remains the most important thing. So we'll say it's secondary." PSG were just able to secure a spot in the last 16 of the Champions League after picking up a point on the final matchday against Borussia Dortmund. In the Ligue 1 standings, the Parisians are top and clear by 5 points after a difficult start was followed by 8 consecutive wins and 12-game unbeaten streak in league action. Gunners in for Ajax wonder kid. Arsenal are plotting a move for Ajax defender Jorel Hato, according to reports. The 17-year-old wonderkid has already captained the Dutch Giants twice this season. Mikel Arteta is understood to be keen to bolster his defensive options in the transfer market. He remains without summer signing Jurrien Timber, who is expected to be out until at least April with a knee injury. Meanwhile, Oleksandr Zinchenko is a current injury doubt and Takahiro Tomiyasu is now on international duty at the Asian Cup. According to The Telegraph, Jelto has now been identified as a potential target by the Gunners. SmithRow Not For Sale. Arsenal have reportedly ruled out letting Emile Smith-Rowe leave the club this month. Mikel Arteta is keen to keep the 23-year-old in North London despite offering him a lack of game time. And although Smith-Rowe is off the table, there is said to be a number of first-team players that could head for the exit doors. It's reported that the Gunners will listen to offers for Mohamed Elneny, Cedric Soares and Nuno Tavares. Mikel Arteta provides Arsenal team news update on Zinchenko, Partey and Timber before Liverpool. Mikel Arteta provided the latest Arsenal team news ahead of the FA Cup clash with Liverpool. The Gunners hope to respond to frustrations of their recent Premier League form, and deal a blow to their title rivals by knocking them out in the third round. Arteta has got to deal with several absentees as he has seen both Takahiro Tomiyasu and Mohamed Elneny head off to the Asian Cup and African Cup of Nations respectively. Jurrien Timber, Fabio Vieira and Thomas Partey are also still expected to be out. On the latest team news, however, Arteta provided the latest ahead of the cup clash. For Zinchenko, the news appeared positive and the Spaniard hinted there is a chance he could make Liverpool. "Well, he is progressing well," Arteta said. "We have another training session tomorrow and we will assess whether he's ready to start the game." Arteta was also asked about Partey. The player underwent a procedure to fix a thigh issue which was suffered in a training session ahead of the Champions League game with Sevilla. "It was about common sense," he said. "Obviously, he has had a long-term injury." Arteta also provided an update on Jurrien Timber. Despite suggestions he could return soon, the Arsenal boss was keen to temper those expectations. "He's still very far from being fit to train with the team. We don't expect him anytime soon." Also on Fabio Vieira, Arteta provided some news on the Portuguese international. The hope appears to be it will be weeks rather than months. "He's doing well, but it was a surgery that required two different things." He added, "Hopefully in the next few weeks, we can have him." Well, folks, those were today's news. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay informed about everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell so you won't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and see you in the next video.